Hello and welcome to my first video on farming. I thought I'd start out this one with quite a momentous achievement for me. That is my 250th level 10 wall that I farmed. No gems, didn't gem troops, didn't gem resources. Just took about 6 months. There you can see 250 of them. Pretty happy about that. What are we going to be talking about today? Well, today we're going to be talking about farming, even though everything that I say here can be applied to cup hunting or just playing around for fun. My guide on the forums covered the offensive side of farming, but these videos are going to cover all sides of farming. If you've heard the saying, the best defense is a good offense, the opposite is also true. A good offense also requires a good defense. I mean, what's the point of gathering all these resources if when you log off, you lose 200, 300,000 of each every time? Right now, I'm just going to go over the basics of any design, really. All it matters is where you place things is the only way that it changes between cup hunting and farming base. What you want for any base is a strong core. In the core, you want the things that defend your base the best or that you want to protect the most. Right here, you always have your clan castle in the center. That is your strongest defensive point. You get your strong things like expos in there in this design. Putting the dark elixir in the center because you want to protect your dark elixir. Doesn't have to be a square. Doesn't have to be that size. You can put other things in there. If you have inferno towers, you can put them in there. You want to put your Tesla in there, you can. Put some mortars, make it a little bigger. Make it a Z shape for all I care. Just your core needs to have your clan castle. If you're cup hunting, it needs to have your town hall. And it needs to have your strongest defenses in it or right near it. You want everything as symmetrical as possible. Just put an N for farming. You want to split up all your storages. Never have your storages all in the same compartment. You don't want them to be able to attack and get into one compartment and get everything if they can get into that compartment. You always want splash coverage. That wizard tower right there is your best defense on your storages. Right here you can see staggering the junction. Staggering means that you keep all your junctions where walls meet at least a little bit off so that wall breakers are either drawn away from it or if they hit it, they can't open two compartments at once. Right there you can see the point by the wizard tower draws wall breakers away from the area that would open both the core and those two compartments at the same time. So it'll take a bunch of extra wall breakers to get in there. And through the magic of cinema, we're already here with all four sides done. As you can see, all the resources are split up. You got your core in the center. Now you start adding the air defense, which is another thing you want to keep towards the center, I guess. You don't have to, but if they do a mixed attack, they can take out your air defense and bring in like healers or maybe some support dragons. So you'll want to try and keep your air defense hard to get at. Close it all in. Keeping one thing alone in a compartment is usually a waste of walls. And this design that's being used right now was designed by Hannibal, who's in Golden Sky. It works okay. It's a little bit of a waste of walls. There's some variations on it where people open it up a little bit. Just gotta close in all this. I always have trouble with the small screen and changing up everything. I lose walls, put them in the wrong place. Just close them all in. Realized I actually accidentally messed up on that. That's a little bit off. Yeah, watch me fumble with the base setup. Whoops. You'll notice that right there by the Tesla, in between the Tesla and the elixir storage, it's two spaces, so the splash damage from a wall breaker won't break through it. Up here, it's not one space between them, but what's it matter if it's only opening just an archer tower up with the other compartment? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Close that in. Now I'm going to talk briefly in a second about funneling. Some people don't understand funneling, don't realize the importance of having funneling when you're being attacked by smaller troops. What you do is you create a compartment, but you leave the end open. With the end open, you put in something like a defense, like an archer tower. Normally it's a point defense, not a splash defense. Those you keep more towards the center, and you put in something that'll draw goblins in, some sort of resource collector, or even a storage. If you're not really protecting elixir storage, you might put it in there and bring your dark elixir drill in if you want to protect your dark elixir more. And you'll see here, still the junctions are still staggered, so wall breakers can't open two at once with the end of the funnel. And you just place traps in here, and anything that goes in there gets hit really hard. You get giants flying up in the air, things exploding. It really helps. Just to give an example of staggered junctions, here's my low trophy farming base. This is just a still picture from earlier before. I'm up in Master League farming up there right now. As you can see, right by the air defense and the gold storage in the next compartment over, there's a 3 deep gap of walls. That way, no matter what happens, if a wall breaker gets through my first layer of walls, no matter where he goes in my base all the way to my core, no matter where they hit, they're never going to open 2 compartments at once. They will never target one of the T junctions, little T-shaped junctions in my base, anywhere at all. From here, I thought we'd go on to army composition. What I'm going to show you right now is the most common army type. It's called a BAM. It stands for Barb, Archer, Minion. BAM. The ratio changes. Different people use different amounts. Normally you keep a generally even amount of housing space used for each one, but that uses a lot of dark elixir. What you can see is it's basically for picking off collectors. As you can see, Sherry of Crimson Sky is just picking off the collectors, making a massive amount of money. So Town Hall 9 hitting a Town Hall 8 that's been abandoned. Just basic collector picking. Mostly out of the range of the defenses. The barbarians can tank a little bit. Archers can pick off things. And minions can pick off things if it's out of range of anything that can hit air. It's very quick to build. Very simple to use. You generally would use it in Gold League, but you can use it all the way up to Crystal and still farm pretty good because there's abandoned bases up there. But it's really mostly for abandoned bases. Can't hit big ones too hard. Up here, I'm showing what army I use, or did use when I was back down in Gold League. I could use it all the way up to Crystal. I call it a modified BAM because it contains what I call support troops, which would be giants, wall breakers, and a couple goblins. A little more than a couple. But it's all up to you exactly what ratio you bring. Just find what works for you. Always lure the heroes. Always check the CC. Kill the heroes. And now, if you had a BAM, you wouldn't have wall breakers. You wouldn't have giants to soak the damage, and you just have a bunch of barbarians hitting their head against level 8 and 9 walls while under fire from level 7 mortars. Just going every which way, getting killed. So, I've seen bases where all the collectors are inside, and there is 600,000 gold, 600,000 elixir, 2,000 dark elixir, and it's behind level 9 walls. So with a BAM, you wouldn't be able to touch that. You just get wrecked by the level 7 wizard towers and level 7 mortars. As you can see, I'm picking off a little bit. I decided to take the town hall. I just wanted to keep my cups. And you'll notice I did the math and realized it wasn't a good idea to go for the storages and just take the 448,000 gold and not go in for the storages. Now I'd just like to take a quick second to talk about where you want to be in trophies for farming. Where you want to be is absolutely up to you. You can farm even as low as 0 trophies. Some people do sub 200 farming. It doesn't really work for the higher level town halls. Most people stay in Gold League. You can farm in Crystal. There's a bunch of abandoned bases there, or you can go for some Dark Elixir from the active players up there. And right now, I'm farming in Master League with balloons. I'm not making as much gold, but I can use spells. I can have more fun with it. I get more Dark Elixir. Attacks don't happen as often, so I can have more of my life back. But here you can see gold 3 is great, just collector picking. It's all up to you where you stay in trophies. Anywhere from 0 to 3,000 works. I thought to end this out, I'd just show you that you can actually farm up in Master League. Right here are some pictures of farming with balloons in Master League. It's less gold per hour, more Dark Elixir. It's a little fun. You can use some spells. If you want to make max amount, you're going to have to use small troops down in the lower cup ranges. Next episode, we'll cover what to look for while farming. That's all. Bye for now.